Hi Taurus, happy early birthday and welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-April 2023 love reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is a look at the past, present, and future energies between you and a main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well for some additional insight, and that's where the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as the energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have Grace, which is the equivalent of the Star card, and the King of Coins, which is actually the court card for your sign. So to see these two cards come up together could just be saying that in the past you might have actually gone through something difficult, but in the process it seemed like that actually seemed to create a spark in you that actually got you feeling back on your correct path. So this card typically, of course, is the card that comes after the Tower card. So some of you might have gone through a Tower moment and then gone through a healing process in the past that actually started to feel a lot more like yourselves within that cycle. Alright, past energy on their side, we have the King of Swords. So this is actually an Aquarius energy here, just like that Star card is. So for some of you, it could actually just be saying that maybe it was something that happened with this person that might have been what lit a fire under you. So for example, we see that they have a sword there that's actually broken. We see part of it on the floor. We see the shield on the floor. So the two of you might have gotten into, let's just say, this is just hypothetical. I doubt it's going to be the case for all of you, but for some of you, it might have been a situation where maybe the two of you got into an argument, right? And maybe through that argument, that actually ended up motivating you in some way to step up and make just make your life better in some situation. Maybe around finances, could have been in the area of life, but looks like there could have been some conflict at play that led to that. Whatever the case may be, it looks like this person might have ended up worse off from the situation in the past. And for some of you, if this isn't directly related to you, it could just be saying that they might have been going through a difficult time in their past as well. Alright, present energy on your side, we have the 8 of Coins. So this is actually a Virgo energy here, and another very motivated type of energy. So yeah, so again, this could just be saying that you guys, whatever situation you went through in the past, seems like it was a bit of a course correction for you guys that got you remotivated and refocused. So to see this in the present could just be saying that you're building on yourselves, trying to improve things in your life. Now, for some of you, this could just be saying that you're actually putting that work toward the connection, given that we do see there at least pointed in the direction of those cards. But for some of you, this could be separate from that, and that could be leading to an improvement in other areas of your life too, though. Alright, and the present position on their side, we have the 3 of Cups. So yeah, to me this is showing that there's still feeling like the situation is not back on track between the two of you, so they could just be engaging in some old bad habits possibly that they might have just relied on in the past. But yeah, it looks like they're going through that cycle still, and I feel like this is saying again that between the two of you, looks like this person's not quite on the same path as you at this time. Alright, future energy, we have Strength. So this is actually the major arcana card for Leo. So it could just be saying that you're going to be feeling a lot more confident in yourselves around your situation, and possibly feeling the passion for this person reignited. Now, the next thing that's going to be happening in Leo is there's going to be a transit of Mars moving through the sign of Leo. So that's going to be pretty sure in the next few weeks it's going to move. So it could just be pointing to the energy there, saying that once that moves into Leo, that's going to be when you start to feel that spark. But that's what I see with that. And future energy on their side, we have the 7 of Pentacles. So 7 of Pentacles energy in most texts points to someone who looks like they're in a reflective mood and trying to think through, do they want to continue to put energy towards something or not. So with the artwork in this deck in particular, it makes me feel like that's basically what's going on with this person, right? Where they might just be going through, like I said, maybe there was some kind of conflict between the two of you and you might have parted ways for a bit. But to see this in the future energy here, to me, says that they will actually want to build with you. And as far as the timeline goes, this represents the last 10 degrees of Taurus. So it could be as we get toward the end of your season. So, like, let's say mid April or mid May, rather, give or take. So, around mid May, you might actually see this person try to come back around. For some of you, you might feel like, okay, it took you long enough, right? But it looks like they will eventually come to that conclusion. All right, and bottom of the deck on your side, we have love. So this is actually the major arcana card for Gemini. So yeah, it could be self-explanatory as far as it's saying that you really do feel like there's a genuine and strong connection between the two of you. And maybe timeline-wise, this could just be saying that as we move through the end of your season and into Gemini season, so again, toward the end of May, that's when you might actually start to feel like you guys are building a connection. And bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Death card. So yeah, to me, this is an indicator that whatever situation took place between the two of you, so basically what I'm feeling is even if it wasn't directly related to, if this moment that you guys were going through, this difficulty that you were going through, even if it wasn't directly related to this person, at a minimum, it looks like they might have taken it personally in some way, like, oh, okay, if you just kind of withdrew from the connection, they might have thought that it was directly related to them. Purpose of you, like I said, it definitely could have been something where you guys had some kind of a conflict. But whereas it seemed to motivate you and spark you on to bigger things, it seems like this person might have got stuck in a repeat cycle for a bit. So to see this here, I feel like that's primarily what that's pointing to, where they might have gone through a phase where they were feeling like maybe there wasn't hope for the connection. But beneath that, we do see the Eight of Pentacles, so similar to what you have in the present position on your side. So yeah, to me, this is saying that eventually they will come out of that phase and will put more work toward the connection. Like I said, primarily, I feel like this is going to take place for you as we get toward the end of your season, so mid-May, basically. All right, and moving on to your Oracle cards. First, we'll see we get an Moonlight deck here. Be looking for unspoken messages from you to them and from them to you as well. So we'll see what comes up. Oh, got one there. And next we'll see what we get from them to you. Alright, looks like we got two there. Alright, so first we'll see what we got on your side. Alright, we have Unrequited. It says, I'm not sure if we both feel the same way about each other. So interesting message there, because at the very least in the past, like I said, it looks like you might not have really been putting energy toward the connection. And in the present, this makes it a little more likely that for some of you might actually just be more focused on your finances, right, and just build in on that. But given the Strength card we see in the future, as well as the Love card at the bottom of the deck, I feel like this is saying that eventually your feelings will start to grow for this person too. But again, maybe if they're the ones who were just stuck in a toxic cycle at the time, you're just not really seeing the potential there. All right, and on their side, we have Mistake. Okay, it says I made the wrong turn, and honestly, the grass wasn't greener over there. So yeah, interesting. So to see this too makes it seem a little more likely that they might have actually been the ones who withdrew from the connection, or like I said, if you guys got into some kind of argument. But either way, like I said, I feel like it did motivate you in some way to improve. And let's see. We have Freedom. It says I can't be tied down right now. I have too many interests. So yeah, that to me looks like that Three of Cups energy that we see in the present. So yeah, could just be as simple as that, right? The mistake, the freedom, and then, like I said, that Seven of Pentacles looks like eventually through that process they will come to the realization that, okay, I actually would like to build with Taurus. And it looks like you will be open to that, right? Maybe some of you might, decide that it's not worth it, but we'll see what the Wisdom Oracle adds to the mix. So I did pre-shuffle the deck before we started recording. What I'm looking for here is just one single card to wrap the reading up with. So nothing's coming up, so what I'm going to do is just put the deck down for a bit and give me a few seconds to tune in, and then we'll just pull a card. Alright, let's see. Whoa. Alright, well, we have two that move, so might as well read them both. Alright, let's see what we got. We have, alright, soulmates, and we have orphaned. So yeah, definitely a polarity with the energies here too, right? So let's see. We'll read, interestingly enough, they both lead to the number 5. If you reduce that to a single digit, we have the 5 there, and we have a 5 here. But yeah, let's read these two messages, see what they have to say. Alright, so the relationship message says, consider love in the deepest sense, love so powerful that you will never be the same, regardless of how long your relationship lasts. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude or break you open so you will finally claim you are meant to be. Even a companion animal will remind you that it is you who is being rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you're in the presence of a soulmate come to guide you home to the real you. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there, especially the part where it mentioned they can overwhelm you with gratitude or break you open so you'll finally claim you're meant to be. That made me think of what we were talking about with that grace energy, right? The star card with the court card for your sign underneath it, where, like I said, whatever situation might have taken place between the two of you might have actually motivated you in the long run. So maybe somebody resonate with that energy there. And then we'll read the orphaned message and see what that has to say. Looks like a very different message, right? But we'll see. Okay, it says, as you shift and evolve and commit to your own growth, you long for support but may be disappointed and hurt by others who are not providing what you feel you deserve. Perhaps you are drifting away from this relationship because you're in a different stage of personal growth. Perhaps you are in a new relationship and discovering that you don't share the same values and beliefs, so you feel left out, unable to get to that intimate place of safety and belonging. Take heart, as Spirit knows you and loves you, and will steer you in the direction of those who accept you as you are without artifice or agenda. Don't compromise yourself to belong. It won't be worth the price. So yeah, definitely a positive message there too. And I will say, this does remind me of the fact that you guys are going to have Mercury retrograde in your sign. So this could definitely be what's bringing these things back up to the surface too. And there could be miscommunications, right? And at least the potential to resolve things from the past if they did go off the rails. But hopefully that resonated with you guys. Once again, happy early birthday. I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.